Hello, I'm Stewart McLaurin, President of the White House Historical Association and host of the White House 1600 Sessions. We look forward to sharing some great episodes with you this season. We've done some wonderful podcasts in the past about moving day and White House transitions, and I encourage you to check those out on your favorite podcast provider. As you know, January 20th, 2025 is the 60th presidential inauguration.
When George Washington took the oath of office, he was on the balcony of Federal Hall in New York City, our nation's first capital. It was actually Thomas Jefferson in 1801 who was the first to be sworn in as president in Washington, D.C., the chosen location for the permanent American capital. Congress originally established March 4th as Inauguration Day. The date was later moved to January 20th with the passage of the 20th Amendment in 1933. And so it was Ronald Reagan on January the 20th in 1981 who was the first president to have their inauguration held on the west front of the United States Capitol. Well, I'm here on the roof of 1700 Pennsylvania Avenue, which is the home of the People's House, a White House experience, the new education center for the White House Historical Association. From this vantage point, you can see the entire city of Washington, and I'm going to set the stage for you for the 60th presidential inaugural. The night before the inauguration, traditionally, the incoming president and first family will stay at historic Blair House, the president's guest house, which is located just beneath us on Pennsylvania Avenue. On the morning of inauguration, they will cross Lafayette Park to historic St. John's Church, where every president since James Madison has visited. There'll be a prayer service there on inauguration morning, after which, by tradition, the incoming president and first lady will go to the White House and be welcomed by the outgoing president and first lady. That's a moment where they will all have time together before boarding the motorcade and going to Capitol Hill. You can see straight up Pennsylvania Avenue from where we're located right now to the Capitol. The oath of office will take place on the west front of that Capitol, and that's been done since the presidency of Ronald Reagan. Prior to that time, it was on the east front, facing down East Capitol Street. Now it faces down the mall and to the west. After the swearing-in ceremony, the president will attend a luncheon with congressional leaders, typically in Statuary Hall, followed by the presidential parade, the inaugural parade, which will come down Pennsylvania Avenue and will culminate at the Presidential Reviewing Stand just in front of the White House, which has been under construction since October. For the rest of the afternoon, the president, the first lady, their family will watch units in the parade from every branch of the military and from states all across the country, a grand and celebratory occasion. Then they go into the House for the first time as the newly inaugurated president and first lady, and they will take a bit of rest, maybe have a bite to eat, change clothes, and then set out on a night of inaugural balls. The new presidency will have begun.
Be sure to join us in February for a special episode on the ceremonial planning that goes into presidential inaugurations, as in the 60th American presidential inaugural with President Trump, as well as state funerals, as we recently saw with President Carter. Thank you.